How's it going, gamers? So today I'm going to be playing the best Royal Hog cycle deck and one of the best cycle decks in general in this game right now. Of course, we have the brand new Hero Valkyrie in this deck, and of course, you know, a bunch of the other really good support cards that you can pair. There's a bunch of different versions of Royal Hogs, as you're seeing right here. This guy's got a different one than me, currently going around in the meta, and that is leading to a bunch of Valkyrie being used, Bomb Tower being used, even, yep, they're right on cue, Bomb Tower comes down. But lots of Wizard as well. I'm actually going to go for my piggies right here because the Bomb Tower should die by the time these get there, I think, to the Valkyrie, I think. Okay, they didn't die to the Valkyrie, but at least they're going to get to the tower on that left-hand side. And he does have Goblinstein as well, so very weird version of pigs from him. But yeah, like I said, you're literally seeing it in live time. Piggies is very popular right now. And I feel like every single season there's a brand new version of pigs that you could argue probably should not be in the meta and is a little bit cheese and overpowered, but I'm not sure what it is about this specific archetype and winning condition that always attracts the most, what's the right way to word this? Maybe frustrating play out of anything else. But for some reason, it's just that way. So he's probably going to split piggies if I had to make a prediction sometime soon. So I'm just going to try and be prepared for that. Now, I will say Bomb Tower is going to be pretty hard for us to break through. He definitely should have a slight matchup advantage if he does have the lightning, which I'm assuming he probably does if he's got the archers in the Stein as well. So you know, it's pretty much similar decks, but he's got a lightning for my wizard, and I don't really have that good of lightning value for his deck. Like, I mean, I guess it's okay against Bomb Tower, but other than that, it's not the greatest thing ever. Now, the bright side for me is I do have Valk, and he has Goblinstein. I think Valk's definitely more important in this matchup, especially when we can go for the ability in situations like this. He's not expecting it. We do get, like, dude, what, 1,500 damage for no reason, honestly? But anyways, I'm going to go for the Goblin Hut to center. Oh my goodness, that's really bad. I'm going to have to Valk this, aren't I? I'm dead, I think. I got a Valk on top, but the piggies are going to go to my tower, and then I'm going to be hurting for certain. I'm going to go for the Electro Spirit like this, and I also have to log right here. And man, those Evo piggies, even though they've got nerfed like 3 or 4 times, I still feel as though they are really good. If you don't have the perfect response to Evo pigs, it's one of those cards that's always going to make your life miserable. Like even here, for me, I think we still are going to have a hard time getting our pigs to tower when they're Evo, because Bomb Tower is a pretty good shutdown for them. You can just kind of place it on top, and then the Bomb Tower plus the Death Bomb will do the rest, but in this situation, his flying piggies, unless I get an Electro Spirit on top of them, I feel like they're always going to get some nice value on me. But just going to go for the ability like this. Will he lightning this? That is the question. Looks like no is the answer. So I'm going to go for the Electro Spirit like that, and also piggies on this right-hand lane. Bomb Tower is going to come down. Yep, there it is. And this is the problem, right? I can't really break through that. How are we going to find a way to get damage in this situation? Quite the stressful matchup for this first game. I kind of like it because you're getting intense action immediately. But just going to go for the Goblin Hut down low and see how he wants to play the situation. Let's go ahead and drop down my wizard like this. He's probably going to lightning, I would assume, but just gonna go for the ability and Skelly's up top. Okay, I think we're all right-ish. No, we're not. Dude, I don't know what it is about these pigs, but his pigs won't die. Like, they're just not dying. I don't know why they're so goated, but just gonna go for the Valk one lane, piggies other lane, try and just, like, make it awkward for him at this point. And then pop my Valkyrie ability as well, trying to do something. I mean, it's not doing anything, though, unfortunately. I guess Valkyrie ability did a little bit of stuff right there, but nothing insane. We get some piggy damage. Finally, my piggies wanted to join the team. Nice, good prediction on his Royal Hog evolution. That's actually maybe game-saving, to be honest, because that wizard is going to fully counter them with the ability and the help of the log, of course. And we're back in the game, then. This is a stressful match right here, so I'm just going to see what he wants to do. I guess we'll set up a Goblin Hut kind of early. This Stein is unironically making things a little awkward because I'm kind of forced to give him lightning value, which is not really what I want to do, but I mean, what are my options, you know what I mean? So I'm going to go for these Skellies on top of the archers right there, and then I can pop my ability. He's going to lightning this 1,000,000%, so I'm going to go log as well. Valkyrie, thankfully, is the GOAT. Oh my gosh, that value is absolutely sickeningly broken. From that Valk right there. But yeah, I'm just going to go for the Royal Hogs plus the lightning prediction on the Bomb Tower. Yes, nice. We're going to get that, but I'm not sure if that's going to give us much because he does go for the Barbell. I mean, maybe a few hits. I'll take a few hits. Not bad. Okay. We're actually in the lead. Wow, I never thought we'd be in the lead in this situation after how kind of rough of a start we've had. But just going to go for my Valk's ability on top of that Goblinstein right there. He does just straight up lightning. Okay. I'm not sure how to feel about that, to be honest. I guess it's fine. I'm going to go for my Royal Hogs on the right-hand lane and then lightning prediction for his Bomb Tower right here. Nice, we do get it, okay. I just need a few piggy hits to win this game because I can lightning. Nope, my piggies unfortunately die. That sucks a lot. I'm going to go for the pre-Valk. Yes, perfect. And then Electro Spirit as well. Nice, this is huge. I can go lightning. No, 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 please, please, please. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I got a hit. I guess I'll go for the lightning cycle. This is probably a bad idea, isn't it? I think I might have just sold the game. Unless I predict his piggies with my wizard, then maybe he's going to lightning, isn't he? He's going to lightning this 100%. Oh, no. I need to lightning again. Wait. Okay, I need a Goblin Hut. I need to go Skellies. Then I need to lightning as soon as I can. He's going to lightning block, but hopefully he doesn't block this in time. Come on, lightning, get down, please. Holy moly, my heart is pounding way too fast for the first match of this video. Let's go into the next one now. In our next match here against Amir, and I could not have asked for a more sweaty game to start off the video. That was definitely a bit stressful. I don't know if I played that terribly, good, mediocre. I don't really know what I'm doing with this deck yet, since of course these are my first matches with it, but it was still, you know, an entertaining game nonetheless, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and drop down my Goblin Hut the Sensor right here. He's got Zappies and Barbarell, so it could be Recruits. I'd actually, oh dude, I'm not going to lie, I actually want to face Recruits because we have Valkyrie and Hero Wizard, and both of those cards are goated against it, but unfortunately it's not going to be. He goes for the Wizard himself. I'm tempted to Lightning that, but I feel like it'd be a little bit too aggressive in this situation. I also don't know exactly what he's playing yet, so I think it might have just, like, you know, been a bad idea in general. He has Battle Ram, so I'm gonna go for the Electro Spirit plus the Skellies. Wait, what? No, that was crazy. The Wizard, like, killed that before I could even, you know, like, fathom what just happened. That's going to be a lot of damage, not going to lie. Dude, that Electro Spirit not jumping actually probably cost us, like, a decent bit of damage. Maybe 700 to 800 damage at least. But let's go for the Royal Hogs at the bridge, because I feel like he's still overcommitted, even though he did get a bunch of damage. I think it's not worth it, because now my Royal Hogs are going to take most of his tower. Not most of it, like half of his tower. In this situation that I can go for my Wizard down low. So overall, we ended up winning the damage interaction, I think, at least. I don't think he has much elixir, so hopefully this Wizard can just clean up shop. Dude, how does this guy have enough for Battle Ram? I swear he's hacking. Let's go for the log like this. Not actually, of course, but just gonna go for the Electro Spirit down low, and that's gonna take care of business. Oh, I forgot to mention it in the first game, but today's clip will be featuring my cats and Butch, of course, so I hope you guys do enjoy that one. Somebody asked me I think it was yesterday or the day before, that my cats, or told me that my cats were jealous of Butch because he gets to be in every single clip at the end of the video, so I made sure to make a extra long one with all 3 of them in it now, so hopefully you do enjoy that one, but we'll see what this guy wants to do. We have a really nice start right here, about 15 or 1400 damage lead, not too shabby for sure. Zappies come down, Valkyrie's going to be the MVP of just defending everything in this matchup, I think, with the help of the Wizard, of course. I gotta be careful of Vines, though. Vines could definitely cheese me if I'm not careful. It's kind of weird to see Vines as now the, like, 3 elixir good spell in the game, when I feel like Void and Vines were very similar in terms of usage before, and now it's kind of like, you know, you're either using a huge, heavy beatdown type of deck with Void, or you're just using Vines as your 3 elixir card in these bridge spammy, annoying type of decks that, like, this guy has right here. I'm gonna go for the Valk to back. In my opinion, the best deck in the game is literally like a Elite Barbarians bridge spam deck right now, which is crazy to say because that should never really be, like, the best deck in the meta. It's insane to think about that, but just gonna go for the Wizard to back like this. I'll probably make a video on that deck at some point here pretty soon. But yeah, dude, I'm, like, literally every day waking up hype about the how close we are to 100k. Just every day it gets closer, and that's all I can ask for, man. But just going to go for the Royal Hogs on the left-hand side right now. And Ghost comes down. You know what? I'm going to Lightning this. This is really aggressive, and I could potentially get punished for this. But I think it was the correct play, maybe? I don't know. I guess we're going to find out pretty quickly. He does go for the Battle Ram, but I have Goblin Hut for that. So yeah, really good defense overall. I'm pretty happy with how he played that. He does go for these Zappies. That's okay with me. Let me go Valk on top of the Zappies right there. And then he goes Ghost other lane. Ooh, that was well played. I don't really have anything for this Ghost. Oh, no. I think I should have Lightninged on defense right there. Oh, no, he's going to Vines. Oh, no, did I just sell? No way, right? Okay, no, we're good. I think we're fine. That was almost really bad. Okay. Let's regather. Oh my goodness, I was going to go Pigs on 0, and I had already dropped him, and then he put Wizard at the same time. And the abilities to fully counter. Oh no, oh no. Am I joking this game? Hold on, I got to lock in a little bit. We played so good, and now all of a sudden I'm like the worst player ever, and he's predicting me. Let's go for the Goblin Hut Valkyrie on top of that to make sure no funny business happens. We're fine. I just need to Lightning twice, but I should have Lightninged on defense instead of playing that Wizard in that situation. I think that really cost me. Thankfully, Valkyrie's the GOAT and just somehow kills everything right there, which is quite, you know, helpful. I'm not going to lie. So let me go for the Wizard like this right now on top of the Zappies. Pop my ability and go for my Electro Spirit too. He's going to go for the Vines probably. I'm going to go for the Royal Hogs on 0. Don't you dare go to my tower, Wizard. Don't you dare. Okay. Thankfully, it did not, and I think that's going to do it right there. Yes, it is. Nice win right here. That was a little bit stressful when I messed up a few times, but you know what? A win is a win. We'll take it at the end of the day. At the end of the day right there. We're definitely having quite a few sweaty games today, but just going to go for my Larrys like this and see what Yui wants to do right here. No play in the first couple of seconds, which is, you know, quite rare for this season. I feel like, okay, of course, as soon as I log, the Mortar comes down the exact millisecond I place it down. Like, that's just my luck and my timing. Does that happen to anyone else? I feel like you'll wait for 10 seconds, and then the second you decide, okay, I'll play one card, they put the card down at the exact same time, and it's like, you know, obviously beneficial for them in that situation. I feel like that happens very frequently to me, but the Wizard's going to do a good job of cleaning up. Now, against Mortar, we do have Valk and Wiz, which is really nice. I'm not sure which version he's running. If he does have the Cannon Cart one, I think we're definitely in a good situation. overall, just because I do have the lightning spell as well for all that. So really nice value from our lightning wizard and Valk this game is what we're looking for. Let's go for these skellies like this down low, and then he's probably going to go, yep, another mortar at the bridge. I'll be really surprised. Now, I would like to hear from the mortar main people. Do you think the mortar and evo mortar are still like really good, or what's the difference really between them? Because I know the mortar got changed. Wow, that ability is nasty. It's still going to get a hit. No, it's not actually. I thought it was going to get a 1 HP shot, or like a 1 last second shot, whatever you want to call it. But enough yapping. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, I was going to say, what do you think about the mortar this season? I know it got changed with the timing. I'm not sure exactly if it's better or worse or what in terms of, like, overall strength, because I know Evo mortar now is the same speed as the normal mortar, so I guess that's kind of good, but also, like, you know, if you do have the Evo, you probably want it to be a little bit faster because it's more OP that way. I don't know. I definitely want to hear, because I never play mortar. It's, like, one of my least played archetypes, in all honesty, because, I don't know, I've just never really enjoyed it, which is weird, because you'd think, you know, Expo and mortar, I guess they're both siege decks. But just for me, it's never really been an enjoyable thing to use. Maybe because it got so annoying recently with all the cannon card and the rascal versions. Like, this version right here is pretty annoying as well, with the new berserker and all that. But I think that the spam of the mortar decks got way more prevalent. It used to be like minor poison control mortar with like a bunch of defensive stuff, and you'd kind of have to play well and then get your chip damage as the game goes on. But now it's just like vomit the river for 5 minutes, I feel like. But just gonna go for the log on top of that skeleton barrel. Pretty juicy right there. And then minions are going to be a little bit annoying, but they're going to die to my Goblin Hut. Goblin Hut is still a pretty good card despite the 35 nerfs it's gotten in the last couple of months ever since they changed the card around. But just going to go for the ability like this. He's going to probably have to play something on that Valkyrie. Hold on a second. I'll take that value. Not going to lie. That's like, what, 3 hits or 2 hits on tower? Not bad. Maybe it was 3. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention initially. But I'm just going to go Electro Spirit like this. Then Goblin Hut, the center of the map. Okay, that was almost really bad. Definitely in a bit of an awkward situation, but just going to go Valkyrie down low to defend the rest of this mortar. He might mortar again, so I need to be very careful of that. I'm going to go log on top of this dart goblin, then wizard up top like this. Not too shabby. That should fully counter that for the most part. And then he's going to get the 1 mortar shot, but it's fine because we're still up quite a bit of damage, so I can't be too mad about that. Let's go ahead and drop down our Royal Hogs like this. Electro Spirit to make sure this mortar does not hit my tower, and then I can also pop the wizard ability, try and get some damage on tower with that. I would love that. We get a little bit of damage, not bad. The mortar, unfortunately, still gets a hit on my tower. I feel like this card should not have gotten a hit right there, but it's fine. Whatever. It is what it is. I'm going to go ahead and drop down my log low like this. Let's go for the Valkyrie for the mortar, and then Skelly's over here on the right-hand side to make sure we don't get cheesed. And that's not a bad situation. I'm going to go Royal Hogs on this mortar just because, honestly, I think it's worth it. I just want to kill them as well, and then, you know, not have to deal with them. So I'm just going to go for the Valk ability like this. Maybe it's a bit aggressive, but look at the Valkyrie. Oh my goodness. We will take that. That's pretty good damage. Now we can pretty much go either lane as well, which is good for me because if he mortars into the same lane as me, I can always lightning it if I really need to. So that's tower damage plus the mortar, of course, dying. I'm going to go for the late Electro Spirit this time on top of the barrel to make sure we don't take much damage from that, and that should be good. I don't know if that was the optimal placement. There's like got to be a better placement for that, but let me go for the Valk like this right here, and then that's going to be another mortar other lane. I'm just going to keep setting out Goblin Hut. I feel like Goblin Hut is our saving grace in terms of just slowing down the game right now, which is really nice. I think Bomb Tower or Tesla or Cannon, you could put any of those buildings in this deck and you'd probably have just as good of success, but today I wanted to use the Goblin Hut, I guess. Let's go for the Valkyrie on top of this Skeleton Barrel to make sure we don't take much damage. And yeah, we're in a pretty darn good situation. Let's drop a Wizard the central of the map right here, and then go for the Goblin Hut as well. He's probably going to Fireball this if I had to make a prediction. Just going to log the Dart Goggins instantly. We do not want to deal with that card at all. So he goes for the Berserker the back. I'm going to go for the Electro Spirit right-hand side. I'm going to Valk the middle down low, and then he's probably going to go for another Mortar at the bridge if I had to make a prediction. Only 25 seconds, so like it doesn't really matter. At this point, we have complete like control of this game. He hasn't even had a second where I've felt threatened. I feel like we've had just complete and utter domination. So he's going to go for the minions on that 1 piggy. I'm going to go for the wizard. Actually, let's go Goblin at the middle of the map. And that's going to be game over. So really nicely played. I think we pretty much had a hard counter in this game because how is he supposed to break through? We have too much good defense. So if you need a deck to beat the really annoying mortar spam deck, this one is the one you're looking for. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. And of course, as always, enjoy the cute clip at the end of this vid with both my cats and Butch as well in it. So yeah, enjoy that. And we'll see you guys tomorrow with the next one. Peace.